Yo, memamo akwa abashronko so ediaba POG Media so Mr. Sese no aba obe subscribe na wa like dwumadi no ediama ebetimi so ahye dwumadi na for so ensa ka be please click on the notification bell no so send be ya ye de any news we have to platform no so awon so wo hunu de eko ene de e ba yenko yensem na yemfa ensem dodo no enye de embrewa ene ye ko 2 na ye calculation bi a ye kwaku anan e de ewremu e che the past life ewo eye Mobutu Sese kwa na oye kane mampani edema eye dren Congo na chese mampani ne honsensem bi ne ade bi no eba ya na ode ne mfato ho etoto eye Akuffo amamu asisi a obu ni chese Akuffo nipa bonesem de eye papa yi enioma wo ye ne nipa bonesem a wo ye no ene de eye N.Addo eye no chese embabra anase chese eye sa pepepepe ti N.Addo de oyinipa eye bonini a chese papa yi anase eye kwaku anan EXPOSEY eye many secret a chese enya agro yenko ni nkonkoti
Kadio Mobutu Seko edi boni etia Zaire eno na hwanim na shineti Western powers na shineti and wo hwe Mobutu Seko ne bra oboya enye different from the leadership in Africa including the current president Akuffo. Now take a listen to Mobutu Seko, what he did to the people of Zaire. No nwanka so wi en legacy be no jae no nwanka sanso na brabo ekosen boni bia mudidi tia humanity in Africa as far as the leadership in Africa is concerned. God will reward all of you. Take a listen to this.
Mobutu Seko, the former president of Zaire, now DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Here in the video, you see him walking around his yard of one of his multi-million-dollar mansions that he left behind. Here he's walking around, showing off his wealth. He had giraffes and lions and zebras roaming around his yard. If you know the movie Coming to America, it is based on the true life of Mobutu Seko. This is the man behind the assassination of Patrice Lumumba, the Pan-African leader who came to power and only wanted the best for his people. But Mobutu, backed by the CIA, overthrew Patrice Lumumba's government in a very sad way. His own people were turned against him. They unalived him like an animal. When Mobutu Seko took over power in 1965, he was a ruthless dictator. He unalived thousands of people. He did not care whether his people were so poor and had nothing to eat. He amassed so much wealth. He had mansions all over the world. He had 20 wives and countless girlfriends. The same CIA kept Mobutu Seko firmly in power. They helped him assassinate so many of his opponents. After he died, he left hundreds of millions in Europe, and Europe is still refusing to let that money go back to the DRC to this day. Mobutu Seko. Now, what happened after his death? Look at his house now. It's ruins. Ruins. It's all ruins. Looks like they discovered the Roman Empire. It's all gone. This is the sad reality that we are facing here in Africa. Our leaders enriching themselves to the point where they are richer than Bill Gates. But their countries are so poor. And they don't even think that they are not going to the grave with this money. So many times this story is told across Africa. You hear of Frederick Chiluba of Zambia. Same story. Daniel Arap Moi of Kenya. Same story. Sania Bacha of Nigeria, same story. Everywhere you go in Africa, leaders who got so rich, they are gone and they leave everything behind in ruins. And they are gone. It is so sad because leaders in Europe, they always do things for the generations that are coming. The laws that they pass, the policies that they put in place, they are all about the generations that are coming in the future in Europe. If you look at the election in the United States, it's about issues like abortion. They want to leave women in the future generations that are coming to do what? To decide what they want to do with their bodies. Long after they are gone. But African leaders, it's a different story. they leave draconian laws that punish their own people long after they are gone. And it doesn't matter what age they are. They could be 96 years old and still pass laws that say they should stay in power until they die. That's the legacy that African leaders leave behind. Any ruins of mansions that they built, some never even lived in.
Well, he was one of the despotic leaders in Africa, Mobutu Seko. Wodi bone pa na ni nara na Western powers in nation echi. Me say African leaders bi o ma ba bi o mu din nsemo no bia wo de kona kwahwe nechi. Wo be kom no na se anye the Pope of Vatican, Western powers in nation echi. Makatra Ghana for say mun ko bi sa President Akuffo and so wanu no okwaje ye wo Pope no edian ene wo and so wanu document in him. Hey, munya sa montage ni ready where the Pope is giving the president a blueprint. What? Me say president must speak. President must speak. Oh, we know so many things in the global order. We know so many things. Oh yeah, and some of us are saying the global order no must be rewritten again. The global order must be rewritten because agenda no omode ba no, the new world order agenda no, Africa is not escaping out of it's encapsulated in the whole blueprint. Boni kwao and boni no mu die tia no ya ye leaders na no mu yi so mu die di boni tia na senye bibi na nye bi transfer bi sa won say the president Akuffo into ohun say nsuo sese ana die nti na we prim na koma sa impo at war, nation to nation at war. You can't even go and destroy the other nation's water resource. No, it's against the global conventional war. No. Notwithstanding, say a nation like Ghana has declared war on its water bodies by itself. Have you heard before? The nation Ghana Nanka say it declare war on the water resources. How? And the commander-in-chief of the security services is there, close his ears, as if though there's no tomorrow. The national security architecture of the state are on a standstill, can't do anything. Aren't you scared? Aren't you scared? There is more than you know, and there's much more than to meet the eye that many Ghanaians you don't know. And I'm saying, the government of Akuffo plus the driver's mate, why Mahama Bawumia must all be asked to run away from this country. They are very evil. Now, back to Ghana. And let's have a view of the current educational situation in Asante Achim North constituency. And ask, what is going on there? Whilst candidate Alhaji Mahama Bawumia, who is promising heaven to the people, has not seen this whilst in government. Afiyanko Asante Achim North. Niyanko say edian ena ekoso Asante Achim North. The driver's mate na ye candidate Alhaji Bawumia odasuti abemu 1. Number 2, or say ye campaign 3, and all promising Ghana say me di osura himemu eba and me be ye say hey on educational front Bawumia has said about many things educational front yet Asante Achim Gogo Sese Akrada so born to he's going round and the question to him is that has he seen what is going on in Asante Achim and what is he saying? And what does he have to say? He has nothing to say. Promises no all promising and all promises say about Bemwa. What about now? Things are getting bad, worse, things are being destroyed, and Bawumia still tell Ghanaians say, I'm promising you that when I come, I'll do X and Y. Why? Until you are in government, why won't you continue to do it? Nemo mo twen oba Bemwa, what trofo and na da koshini and na brabeni to say Bawumia and Ghanaians wake up. Shadi ekoso ebe ware huye 21st century on educational front that the NPP and na wo hwe and some fubine advert bia wo mo ye o TV so no o ma ya advert no mre agya and now therefore dey yemfa ncheche therefore say nkurasefo hwe advert bi o mo dey betutu radio so hwe advertisement bia wo mo dey betutu radio so therefore dey yemfa ncheche or therefore dey look at this and they are making it look as though Somebody like John Dramani Mahama is against free education. Meanwhile, it was all about the man says, let's do education progressive. I can understand that word so much. I knew what was said, progressive. The word progressive, no. And no me here for us, no. John Mahama apparently was against free education. Where? How? How? If he's against free education, what is going on in Asante Achim? These are future leaders of Ghana. Hasn't Bawumia seen this all through? Who is the MP there? Take a listen to this.
Yes, I said, school means I feel continue more chance and run upon Asante Achim North constituency. Lawyer the appear could be. I won't put out school on Ponchibu. I form 2, form 1, form 2, form 3, Ponchibu. We're a professional one, we do Sese. I Asante Achim North constituency. As I class class 3 for no more Macaway. Ebia school no. Oba akura school no kwanya kono. Asem kwan school no mo ne mo ane sua de he. Ponchibu pa Ghana Education Service Asante Achim North constituency. Eti ponchi wa teachers ni sia de na mo ye me. E da we so form 1, form 2, form 3, 4 dan. Ade we nyam Ponchibu. I class 8. Class 5 and 6. I class 5 and 6. And sunya me wa Asante Achim North constituency Kumasi ya. Enye akura bi ase. And to be on Krawum. Teachers are walk because class be a million and some teachers in Jinam. Excellent Pradi. Over school me a hired master office. Baby and Kran keep your books. So I buy the Facebook back. Baby or Mukipi. I went so taught and then you have a banana in answer. Textbooks. I'm office in here, teachers' office in here. And soon I may. I was young, I have form 1, form 2, form 3. I don't know what about. Once I can say now and cheer for 2 young post squad. None and China Sabbath, I sanity. Mopo Mobada. And your Prasio from Agogo, Anna Niprum, and Sunami, and your Prasia Shanta Regime, Asante Achim North constituency. Appear could be better to me. Lawyer, the appear could be better to me.
Yo, Guswa Ushe Age Mediano, Edmire, or family no, Barber Banner, or family no, Barber Banum. Mr. Sunday, the BI can also subscribe, like it, Median share. Nema for and so answer and Kabian, please click on the notification bell so send a daily news be out of platform so on. Also, walk no dear air call and the air banner and some no air quick 1 night twice so adding some baby to get a fast answer we want to say N.Addo or EXPOSEY a lot of Jubilee House officials and those staffs now. Or didn't send baby to judge to say Ghana no, your democracy in Ghanaian politics now and it is at risk. Let's say Ghana for HSF. We should all be on our guide and that's our dear banner and yet young court Nikonkote.
Punchina, grind. I post school and I do send so to me, but that do so. I just said, yeah, by Jim Kunyani and Yahoso and Sunny Oshiadi. The beer. Yes, sir, I said, my school means I favor you go to BC. Any form 1 from 2 nations about Kunsias Square, who's there into the assumption of boy. If you are a school, then you say, and polite way. Pointing dressing Colana Pama and Ponchina Bedamu. And Colana Post not Ponchina Bedan. I did not move by John Prapras, I don't know Banyade, and your black nationality. A teacher for you in Libby, because then I need the teacher for no background or Metana, a damn Madame cry in Libby. I school then to Yenny Supani school then, you need school then. And Colai bread is so tired. I just teach a boy from Colana Mom Coffee. There's someone to maintenance Yadi.
Wait, ain't so over the bow. A see what Ghana. It's happening. Go. Sese, the driver's mate, Alhaji Mahama Bawumia. Don't stand on the campaign platforms, be honest, and continue to lie to the people. Won't throw, will not die, and won't control for some. And it's one. Asante Achim here. Asante Achim North. Constituency and a way see her. Mahu, they be a moody jamunum and a free education and a quasia kicking some phone. That's what my dad Nipa keke. and that you simply want to lure the people into a corner of no return and lie to them and take power from their hands. I don't know. Can you imagine? Those unscrupulous, useless, dirty adverts on radio. They are making education look as though unprecedented about free education. How many parents and almost suffer? Meanwhile, yet to your boss in a year, they want to score political points as if there's no tomorrow. As way, Esu Asante Achimagugu, and Crown Meko School them were here, and Ponchini General Air Train Wom, and Cranny Yan and Ponchini Air School. So when you go there, no, when you night. On the Galamsey front, many are falling down cocoa in search of gold. Others have seen the need to preserve the enviable product, which is one of Ghana's export earnings. Oh, cocoa na bebremu twegu no. Na mo say no. Ebi so hu say no Debbie. Cocoa ni ye nananom na dua ye nananom na digya ye nananom na edema ye eti yentimi fa yentimi ntu ye frum ye nso no enwu ho nkofa bibi fufuro nhyemu. No, we will continue to preserve our cocoa. Ebinimu ehu sa nyansa na sebe. Ebinimu so de ne say yen say cocoa no kwa. Nanso minim se wono osoro hinini asase wura asafuehu a wo bo man hu ban. Cocoa, which is one of main Ghana's export earning products, N.Addo, regardless of how much of percentage, as of the last time I checked, about 2% of cocoa is gone. But still, enipa bi say, hey, yeah, ma kwan ni ntwa cocoa ni mu da there be. We'll continue to preserve the cocoa. Say binmania bre ejapade group blueprint for eso mbe say cocoa ni na gold a had the yen say cocoa no. Hwe kwan o mo preserve cocoa no. Ene ni je sama o mo kafa ho. Take a listen to this.
Yo, kumase for samo ho. Cocoa ni otiriji ni when e ta cocoa. E dey fan tu galamse o. Cocoa dey fan tu galamse. Ye be disa na yawo. Kirawo. Rapkila kirawo. Yeah. Cocoa ni N.Addo. Cocoa ni no galamse. Ya na ya bre na adua. We na enana no maja to wa mai asase no. Na nso ya be bre ya bro cocoa no. One bag 80 million. Good million. Chiramu. Cocoa 64 kilo one bag na Akuffo so ton say 3,000 no. No me ton 80 million. So what you say? Teacher, we cocoa we say one. Pa camera ni chirafu no. We say ye tia, everybody just say 20 bars. I calculate 64 kilo per bag no. Times 20. Chiramu. Then who obi doctor be 10 years pesika. One day, na cocoa kia kone dia di. No. Cocoa na chiramu say. Killer. Chiramu say no galamse o chiramu. No galamse. Tia dis So atiasie. No. So atiasie, what atiasie? Mutu galamse no wie, na asase no so se wie a. Na afi mu gina man mu se man no nya man na mu kɔ amanoni, mu fi plane na mu kɔ. Na bombs no, na Iran for Ukraine for no mu tu bombs no mu kumi. Why? Na mu si Ghana anye. Umbre tiafo kokoafo kama sei. Na ma kɔtoto agu. Se mu tu galamse. Galamse sika no, se mu di abesa. Anayensa. Abesa. Unya di abesa. Live. Ba koko we gina mu san 20 years, 30 years. Na e di koko no sika. No. Chiramu. 164 kilo. That something. Million. Akuffo Akroma. Akuffo something to koko no ti Togo for na to koko no mai. To handbag no 80 million sa. Na eso akono e Akroma wa say 5 to 6 7 8 10 kesa. So ti they say 30 to 40 basa. No calculate 80 million times 40 and 50 bars. Now we start by now on. Who you feel? You feel with this casa. Come on, killer! Scan with this. Pakame no pakira forum pakira mo. No yeah. We will be this. We will start September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yana na uti cocoa. So what you say? Say what you say?
Number one rap killer.
Quarry no. Young boy. Now I drop full. Come on. Yeah.
Rap killer.
Ya kunu ska.
Sharp.
Ska ni jinamu.
Nti ebinumo preserve cocoa say ye den mpo a cocoa no ye be preserve it. Now tonight I want us to watch this Albanian national hiding in most of the African countries and under the protection of state security and destroying forests and water bodies in want of gold. Last 2 weeks me yi video bi chere mo am. Sa Albanian national we o che ebibimemu ha Ghana ka ho ne ya man of police protection. Na o say ensuo ewo Africa Ghana ka ho o mu say oi Ghana na ogina no o mu say ensuo no ne di police for protection amana say ensuo to gold no na say na call baby Albanian national ni kro mo ntumi nyese when say the ebibiman wo man no your leadership sometimes cannot just reason for just the common sense. Watch this. Take a listen. Mahu bone a wodie yeah we o 2 gold ni we are afi obese sadodo no a e de ama the leadership our war man because we leadership be a bunch of thieves, bunch of rocks, bunch of what corrupt obes sort to omu out onya gold ba mienu kra de mom ya we security services no onya gold ba mienu kra ba kra de mom ministers of state onya de mo we he makes the leadership in Africa like a walkover. Or do we to say like a rag to mop the floor? But folks, the air forest reserve now said no. Chirao said tonight the gods of the land are certainly angry. Oh yes, the gods of the land are angry and they are speaking to our leadership. Say yes, they are angry.
Yo, Jumedian and Pompon so in any ahani the Jumedian BC. Now so unsubscribe, I'm still subscribe, like Jumedian share the mouth of friends when can be please click on the notification bell so send a be up. Yeah, the any news be out of platform so I want so what the air call and the air but the air cost one and the P3. Aha, and they did some ABC at the moment. Kind of say this year is an election year. Maybe say yeah, aha, and I'll be subscribing. Now, ubenya all the political news and information I better about Abontina, Macram.